Y'all, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 10! We are officially in the double digits. Y'all know I only do 14 days. So that means we're almost done. That's crazy. Appreciate you guys being here. This Vlogmas, I know it's been a slower moving Vlogmas compared to ones in the past. I was on Reddit today and someone was talking about how Jessica Braun's Vlogmas is so boring because they just sit and talk, and I'm like, oh. One person was like, if I was doing Vlogmas, I would have something exciting planned every single day. And I'm like, okay, well, we look forward to your videos, stranger on the internet who thinks they can do it better. Like, well, wait, let us know where to subscribe. All right, it's Saturday, and we have been relaxing today. I have felt good. I've just no motivation or drive to do, it's Lily, anything other than relax and watch YouTube and Steal My Magnolias on Netflix. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that beauty video that I didn't do for them yesterday because I ran my errands. So we're doing that today. So that video is a eyeshadow. It's kind of two things in one. It's an eyeshadow declutter, but it's also like what percentage of my eyeshadow collection is no longer available in stores. Like, I feel like it's going to be like over half of it. When we did the top 3 in every category on my channel for Vlogmas Day 2 or 3, I forget which one, and we were going through my eyeshadows, I was like, oh my gosh, so many of these are discontinued, which gave me the idea, like, but how many? So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go through my eyeshadows, and this isn't gonna be like a massive eyeshadow declutter, but I know in my mind a couple I want to get rid of, and maybe through this conversation we have today I'll want to get rid of more, and then you'll have to let me know down in the comments what percentage of your eyeshadow collection is discontinued. I need to know. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get over there to the makeup behind me. Also, if you're following, I'm 12 weeks pregnant today, and I pulled out my friend's clothes, pregnancy clothes. So these shirts really make the pop-in show. With twins, you show a lot quicker. So yeah, we're bumping. Okay, we're bumping. Also, my friend who gave me these maternity clothes, she had her baby this morning. Yeah, I don't know. He kind of came. She had 2 due dates. Like, she had a due date, and they're like, oh, no, it's going to come way later. And he ended up, he didn't come for the first due date, but her second due date was like the week before Christmas or Christmas. So he definitely didn't come by that second due date. So we love that. Hi, Jared. Jared's been doing all the chores today while I relax. So she had her baby today, and then my other friend is pregnant, Brooke, who you guys have seen on the channel. How funny to be pregnant at the same time as 2 of my friends. And what's even funnier about it is we're all 30-somethings who were kind of like indifferent to being a mother, didn't know if it would happen, and we just happened to all be pregnant at the same time. Just different, like, months, obviously, because my one friend had hers today. So that's kind of wild. Also, we got the blood work back on the twins, and 2 boys is what the blood work says. One is 100% a boy. The other one is like 97.2% chance a boy with a 3.8% chance it's a girl. So my doctors the nurses for my doctor's office are just like, you're having boys, so they're counted as boys. I don't know if I hold on to that hope of a girl or just accept it's boys, which will be fine. I just really wanted a girl, you know, but I think I'll be okay, boy mom. We'll figure it out. Once I figure out what boys do, like that, there's gonna be a little learning curve here, alright? Because I'm into like anything but boys. What are boys into? But everyone I know who has boys says that they're all sweet and it's fine. So I had talked about in one video making this like maybe a kid's playroom or something different than a beauty room, but now I'm like, being the only girl in the house here soon, no, this room might get even girlier. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's where we are with that. So let's get down to the eyeshadows. Okay, so this is my eyeshadow collection. It has full size, like mini ones, like singles. It's all in here. We all got it to fit in here this year through the few declutters that I've done. But some of these I know for sure are discontinued, and some I'm not sure. So I guess we'll start with the ones that we recently discovered are discontinued, and that's the Lorac Pro palettes. The two, or one of these you can still get on the Lorac website, but it's on clearance. So this one is the 2. It's a cool tone. This one is the 3. It's like a nude. And then this one is the 4, which is more like berry tones, but still neutral. So I know for sure those are discontinued, and I do want to keep those. Some Urban Decay ones I know are discontinued are the Urban Decay Naked Smoky. I don't use this one a lot, but I still love it and want to keep it. And obviously we know the Urban Decay Naked Original is discontinued. I purchased mine when it went on sale, when they announced it was discontinued. So I definitely want to keep that. I think these 4 are still available. Some of these I'm going to have to Google. Yeah, let me look. Okay, the Naked 3 is still available, and it is $59. This is one of my oldest palettes in my collection, but I'm still not ready to get rid of it. The Naked Heat is still available. Let me start another pile of what's still available. So this is a nice warm palette, and then the Honey is still available, which looks like this. I really do like this one a lot. Now the question is the Born to Run still available? Oh my goodness, it's no longer available unless you buy it from like Poshmark or like a resale store. I don't know why I thought this was like a permanent eyeshadow palette from them, but the Born to Run is no longer available for sale. What? Oh my goodness. So from everything we've gone through so far, there's only 3 that are still available for sale. That is wild. Okay, I know for sure the ColourPop Dream Street with Kathleen Lights. This one I know for sure is no longer available. This was like a collab, like a one-time collab years ago. And I know for sure the Yes Please is no longer available. I still like both of those. I will have to look on these other ones. And I feel like the ABH ones are still available, but let's check. Okay, it looks like the Norvina by ABH is no longer available, which tracks because a lot of their palettes come and go. Or mostly come. Yeah, they just go basically. But it looks like the Modern Renaissance is still available, which I believe when it came out they said it was going to be a permanent palette, but you never know like how long will it be a permanent palette. But it seems like this is still something that's available. And then the Natasha Denona Star palette is no longer available, and I'm gonna try to sell this on my Mercari. It seems like it's doing well on resale sites, so I'm gonna clean it up because this is mostly just powder. So I'm just gonna clean it up and sanitize it and list it on my Mercari and see if anyone wants to purchase it. So this is gonna be our first decluttered item. I don't know a lot about Buxom products. I would imagine their palettes aren't available for too long at a time. I know they have like those shadows, individual shadows where you can make your own palette. So I'll need to look those up along with these. But before I do that, let me see what else I know. I know this Maybelline single, the Nude Glow, is still available. I haven't had this for too terribly long, and it's a beautiful one and done eyeshadow, so I'm going to keep that. Not sure about these Tarte palettes. I know for sure the Maybelline Nudes of New York is still available. This one's so good, so we'll put that in. We know it's available. I know this one is no longer available because I got it when it was being clearance. The Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, which looks like this. It's so pretty and pink and blue and green and glittery. It's so pretty. So we're definitely keeping that even though it's no longer available. And we also know the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, the Ring the Alarm palette, is no longer available. And I don't know. I'm so torn about keeping this one or not. It's not that great of quality, but I still might pull it some. I don't know. We'll just put it to the side. I know for sure the Just Peachy Mattes by Too Faced is discontinued. Such a pretty palette. I really enjoy this one, but I never reach for it. I love the idea of it, but I never reach for it. So I'm actually going to try to sell this on Mercari and see if anyone is interested in it. A lot of these back here are discontinued, like the classic MAC Cutie palette, and this is one I'm just going to go ahead and declutter. I've had it for a really long time, and it's just not something I ever grab for, so we'll go ahead and declutter. Some of these I'm just not sure about. Like, okay, I know the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow, the Holy Grail palette, is no longer available, and I like this one so much, so we will go ahead and keep it. They bring the extra spicy back sometimes, so we'll see if that one's still available. I know the Lorac Pro Mega 3 is no longer available, and I definitely want to keep it. It's such a pretty nude palette, and these colors are just so pretty easy to apply, and even though it's an older palette, I still really enjoy it. They were, for like years ago, coming out with one of these every holiday, but they just stopped like 1 year, and then that was it, which is crazy because they always did so well when they would come out. I know for sure the Too Faced Natural Lust is no longer available, and I put it back in my collection to keep. I had decluttered it, decided to keep it, but I don't know, looking at it, I think it's so pretty, but I don't grab for it very much. But I also don't think I want to get rid of it, so I guess we'll keep that. Okay, it looks like these three Too Faced are discontinued. The Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy, I definitely want to keep this. And I wonder if looking at these colors next to these, I mean, some of the shimmers, there's some overlap, but I definitely love this palette and I want to keep it. And this might be one that we pull here soon because I love pulling it around the holidays. Typically, since I do Vlogmas the first half of December, I don't film the second half. So we will pick out makeup that I'm going to use for those 2 weeks, and I think that's going to be one of the palettes. I definitely want to keep my Too Faced Chocolate Gold Bar palette. Again, no longer available, but so pretty. I really love shimmer shades. I think they're beautiful one and done type colors to put on the eyes. And then the Too Faced and my Sweet Chocolate Bar. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to try to list it on Mercari, but I don't think I'm interested in this. It was passed along to me from Julie, and I've used it a couple of times, but these colors aren't ones that I gravitate towards. I think anything I have similar to that is going to be in another palette, so I will go ahead and pass this along. It's just not one that I reach for. We have singles in here. Some are Makeup Geek, some are Sephora. We have a Jeffree Star. So we're just going to go ahead and say this is discontinued. And let me see what's happening with the Tarte and ColourPop. The Man Eater looks like a version of it is still available, and the colors look similar to this, even though it might be a little bit different. Let me pull it up for you guys. Let me see. So it's the same colors, but the outer packaging looks a little bit different, but it's still on the Tarte website for $32. I really like this one. This is a nice travel one to use. And then this one, the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 eyeshadow palette. I got this in BoxyCharm a few years back, but these are beautiful eyelid or inner corner or eyebrow shades, and I really need to pull this again. I like that they have this matte one here that you can blend out. I bet this would be a beautiful one and done eyeshadow. I haven't really pulled it like that ever, especially since I am more into like that more simple eyeshadow look. So we're definitely gonna keep this. Oh my gosh. Wow, I was kind of surprised. The ColourPop It's My Pleasure is still available. It might be repackaged on the outside, but you can still get these colors in this color scheme on their website for $14. Same with the Nude Mood. You can still get it on the ColourPop website for $14, which is cool. But these two are not available anymore. The Element of Surprise. This one is no longer available. And then the Good Sport is no longer available, which I like both of the color tones in these palettes, so definitely going to keep those. Alright, the Buxom Boss Bae Betty is no longer available. I'm going to pass along on this just because it has so many colors that I have in my collection over and over. But this is a really nice palette. And then the Persona Identity 2 is still available on Ulta's website, online only. I used this the last couple of weeks in my weekly makeup basket. I had dropped it. But I did really enjoy it, especially like these single eyeshadows. But even the matte colors were really pretty, so I'm definitely going to keep that. This Viseart Dark Matters palette is still available. It's just repackaged, but it's the same colors in the palette on the website. This was given to me, and I've had it for a few years, but I just literally never use it, but I can't bring myself to get rid of it because it's such an expensive palette. But I think I'm going to clean it up, sanitize it, and list it. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I don't think I want it in my collection anymore. This single eyeshadow, these are matte palettes from Melt in a lot of their stacks. I don't think any of their stacks are still available, but I know this one isn't, so that's going to go in the discontinued pile. I know these Huda Beauty ones are discontinued, the Mauve Obsessions. I guess I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have to look these guys up and see what Melt stacks are available too. But let's see what we have. We have this Tarte Magnetic palette. There's nothing in it, but I want to keep it. And let's see what's popping with the singles. Okay, all the melt stacks have been discontinued. It looks like all the palettes on their website are true eyeshadow palettes. These are 3 stacks put together, but I'm going to keep them because I love them and I truly do need to use them more. I think they're so cool and innovative, and it is really sad that they're not available anymore. We need to give them a more prominent place in here once we reorganize. The Huda Beauty Obsessions, at least these are no longer available. So this one is mauve, and then this one is coral, and I'm going to keep them. I know the Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadows. This one is Zinc About You. I know these are no longer available, but I really love this, so I'm going to keep it. I know the Amber Rush by L'Oreal, the single, I think you can still get it on Amazon, but other than that, it's no longer available. This thing's like 10 years old. I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this Burt's Bee. This is a cream eyeshadow, and I'm just not really into cream eyeshadows, and I have had this in my collection for a while, and you can see it's like dried out and stuff. I just never reached for it, so we'll go ahead and declutter that. And then this e.l.f. eyeshadow. This is really pretty, and I believe they still make these. This is called Pinky Swear, but this particular one is dried out, so we're going to get rid of that. Let me see. I think the Urban Decays are available. They're just repackaged, but I don't even know about the Chromes by Tarte, so let's look it up. Okay, not surprisingly, the Too Faced Salted Caramel palette is discontinued, but they make these like every season and then discontinue them after this season. We'll keep it. But all of these are still available. So Tarte still has their chrome paint pots. They might be in different packaging. It's hard to tell on their website. But there's only 2 available and they're on clearance. So these might be discontinued here soon, but I'm going to keep them. Urban Decay still has their eyeshadow singles. Pretty large collection of them. They are repackaged, but it looks like you can still get them. e.l.f. still has their mini palettes, and it seems like they still have the pumpkin pie one. So I'm going to say they do still have this one. Add this to the discontinued. They have all of these. MAC still has their pigments. This one's gold and tan. Tan is like that L'Oreal one we're getting rid of, and Amber Rush, but they still have these, and it looks like it's the same packaging. L'Oreal still has the single in 207. This one's really pretty. I'm gonna keep that. And Sephora still has all their singles. This one is Girls Night Out, but it seems like they have all of their singles still available on their website. So from that whole drawer, we have these items that are still available. We'll add the Maybelline in. And then as far as palettes that are still available, we have these. So, wow. This is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. So for palettes, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 palettes from my whole collection are still available. And then we have 12 singles that are still available. So from that whole collection that we just went through, only 21 items are still available if you wanted to go out and repurchase them. Only this amount of that whole drawer is still available. That's crazy. So the rest of this is discontinued. So let's count it up. I'm just going to slide this to the back for now, and we'll reorganize afterwards, but just so you get a clear picture. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and then since there's 3 melt stacks between these, we'll just count them as 3. So 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 items are no longer available. So I guess that's like, it's almost 50-50 if you don't count in the items that we are getting rid of. So 21 still available, 26 no longer available. We're going to declutter these 3 single eyeshadows. I think I'm just going to go ahead and declutter this Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, the Ring the Alarm. It just wasn't that great of quality anyways, and I never reach it. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got rid of 10 eyeshadow products, being a mix of singles and palettes. So that's pretty good. I didn't really know what we would get rid of, so that's pretty good. So now let me organize all of this and see what it looks like once we get it all together again. Okay, does it look any different? Do we look a little thinned out than we did versus when we started? So we have our bigger palette still sitting back here, and I can see a difference because back here was like the big palettes, but then a whole bunch of stuff stacked up and just kind of thrown back here. We have all the singles and some of the smaller palettes here, and then some more of the smaller palettes here, and then some more of the smaller ones across the front where Melt has their own little section here, and then all the palettes from like the normal size palettes, I would say. So not too bad. 21 products still available, 26 no longer available, 10 we're getting rid of. Still a larger collection than maybe most people, but for someone who's been on YouTube for a really long time, it's nice to have variety, and you can kind of see like the progression, like the progression through the years of like each of these things tell a story, and I like them, I enjoy them, and I'm no longer, or I'm not willing to get rid of them at this point. So I'm happy with it. Thank you guys so much for being here for Vlogmas Day 10, and we will see you in my next video, which is tomorrow. Bye, y'all.